And I can see that this tool on a weekly basis is going to be fantastic.
I'm really excited about this. I think the nice thing is like now we can actually see, oh, okay, I had a very bad trade, and you can actually go back and analyze it and then see what you did wrong in that time. So I think it's going to be extremely helpful. I understand,
well,
yeah.
The thing that was valuable for me when I've actually been able to pull up my charts and look at it inside the Trading Journal Pro is that I noticed I have a lot of really small losses, but my wins are huge. And so I'm realizing that, okay, I'm just trying to time my entries. That's okay. I'm going to have a few drawdowns until I get the proper timing on this. And so once I recognized that, and the Trading Journal Pro was showing that to me, it made a whole world of difference on how I viewed my trading. Because I would get frustrated when I'd have 4 or 5 losses in a row, but I did know I was managing them. I just didn't know the effect of the management decisions I was making until after I saw it on those charts. And then once I did, it's like, oh, that makes sense. Okay, I'm doing the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's helpful. What I'm proposing with my trading and how I'm revamping what I'm doing is I'm using this software to actually track all the hard data, and all I'm reporting outside of that is how I felt that day or how I felt with that trade. So I can go back and actually look at it and say, okay, on this trade I felt this way. This is what was going on in my life. And so that's why it's affected me this way or that way. And then I can look at it and look at the data and say, and compare the two and say, okay, that makes sense, that makes sense.
It does. And the nice thing is, the nice thing about this is that you basically can see, okay, you had a big drawdown on that one. You can actually go and see, okay, we've got to have a look at this one. Why did that? Why did you take the trade? And you can, you can emotionally then, or mechanically, or whatever the case might be, and write your comments on that.
Yeah, definitely.
But you can
that way, then you can actually say, I'm going to do this now. This is what I'm going to do to correct that. And then it becomes a firm part of your plan.
This is a nice toy.
Definitely is a nice toy.
I'm feeling good about myself, and if I can be, if I can just be honest, I've just faced losses, so it's not a nice thing, especially because you are responsible for your own account, for your own success in this, in this career. And if I see a profit factor of 1.5 or even 2, then I know I'm on the right track, and that really serves as more motivation to actually be doing better or to keep on going. Because I really was considering this last week, is this really worth it? Is this really, is this really something which I want to do? Although I know this is something I really, really love to do. This is my future. This is my.
So versus you saying, okay, is this really worth it, or do I really like it? You can actually see that, it is worth it.
Step 2, then it's great. I can definitely keep going. And it serves a good assessment as well. That's amazing. And tell me, what did you learn from this?
For me, it was a patience game. I realized that when I start to get, for example, my January and February were very flat as far as profit versus loss. I just waffled back and forth. Started to make a comeback in February overall. But as I looked at the patterns, and what I was doing is I was trying to force more trades and trying to, like we had talked earlier about, jumping in and forcing that second leg to start before it was ready to start. And when I realized that, I pulled back, and the end of February turned out to be a lot better than my January. And March, I am up quite a bit now because of that, because I just took the time to say, you know what, I need to wait for the second leg and quit trying to prove that it can happen to myself or anybody else. So it was very eye-opening for me.
Well, this is an amazing program, 10 out of 10. I'm ready for it again now. I can go back to training. This is great.
Good.
Highly motivated.
Well, I'm glad it helped.
Thank you so much.